You're a turkey. You are such a turkey. Look at him. Oh my gosh, you are so selfish, Nelson.
Wait, where is? Okay, there we go.
Different photo, not my favorite photo.
Get you in the photo.
Get me in the woo.
Yeah.
Get me in the shot. Put me in the game, coach.
So, welcome to Get Rich 101, Fiance Files. We chilling. We chilling, and if you're wondering why she's scooting like that, it's because Cat Nelson is right here.
Because he's selfish.
Right here.
He is so selfish. Let me tell you what he did. Can I tell people what he did? He knows that this is Get Rich 101 time. And he's sitting right here. And I said to Sekou, I said, well, I don't know how close I'll be able to get because he's there. And so he looks up at me as I come in, and then he scooches closer to Sekou. So here's the thing. I'm jealous, and I'm not over it because I don't know when this happened. Like, I don't know when he fell out of love with me and in love with Sekou.
No.
Yes. Sekou, he just doesn't want to hurt my feelings. Who out there has ever dated a woman or dated a man who had an animal, and the animal was a deal breaker? The animal was a deal breaker, meaning, because I've dated people who, and I have friends who were like, girl, I'm not coming over because you got that cat. And I'm like, great. Great. And I've dated guys who have had an issue with the many cats that I've had.
Oh, wow.
Many cats that I've had. I have been raising cats since probably the age of 2 or 3. I am the epitome of a cat woman. I love that my Sekou Rights loves Nelson. So while I'm jealous.
So hold on now. So you're saying, like, your cat has been example of what are you saying now?
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker, right?
Yes.
And so this is the opposite of a deal breaker?
Oh my gosh. This is well, first of all, we would not be here if you did not like Nelson. Like, I've always chosen the cats over the guy. Always. Always. I've had men say to me, you are going to be a lonely, cat-having, cat-loving woman.
Wow.
Thank you.
Crazy.
And I was like, I knew that wasn't true. And I said, you just need to attract your person. You're my person. And say, and Nelson is like, listen, this dude is a keeper. Nelson loves. So last night, I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember.
So last night, Nelson got on Sekou's head, and I heard you say, "Oh, whoa!" And I said, "I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to let Sekou work that out, because this cat will literally sit on Sekou's neck and his face, and Sekou just lets him." I love that about you. I'm like, oh, he's my person.
Well, next to mine, not on me.
Babe, when you're asleep, I have photos. I have video. I have photos to prove it.
We're going to move on from this.
So you're a cat guy. You're a cat man.
So, welcome, I guess, to Fiance Files.
Fiance Files.
And so yeah, we are here. We're a little bit late today getting this set up because Fee threw me a what you call that?
Curveball.
A curveball. Mm. We went out today. So let's run to Trader Joe's. I was like, Trader Joe's? Oh shoot! So we ran to Trader Joe's, and we ran into a friend of ours we talked with for a while, and I tried to get us on the trains to get us back as quickly as possible.
You did. Let me tell you, if it were up to me, we'd be lost all the time on the train. We would just be lost. Kudos to you, because you did that thing. I noticed. I was like, wait a minute. Wow, we got on 2 trains in such a short trip, but it got us here faster. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that. I was plotting my efforts to make sure that I get time to get on my daily hustle. I was serious. I gotta get my daily hustle, and I had not set up this. And so I was trying to do both at the same time.
Right. We talked about that.
Yeah.
So no relationship is perfect, ladies.
Yeah,
no relationship is perfect.
I fell asleep.
Because we talked about both of us setting up our shows the night before. That way, it's just one less step.
Yeah, I just fell out. I fell out. Last night, I fell out. So anyway, I got in a little bit into.
What did you get into?
I just showed this. I got a little bit into this. I got a little bit into. I can't even remember the name of
the stock.
The stock, because we're not supposed to hear what they are, but it's SYTA. SYTA. And so those 2 little green lines all the way left. Well, this one right here. This one right here, I did on this one. I pledged.
You invested? You bought?
I bought it there. But see the gap? The gap between here and here. So I bought it here.
So stop where you bought it. So we're really clear. That would be helpful for me. You bought it at 0.79?
Yeah, so you keep asking me that, and I don't really track it that way. So the way I track it is I bought it, and I bought it in here. I bought it during the gap, right? Because it's traveling over the weekend. It's going to jump on Monday. I'm hoping, right? So I've got this, but I got this like really late, because I bought it this morning, and I got it. I want to say, look, I bought it and sold it within this square, because I only got 4 tenths, so 8 cents, 8 cents. So I only got that.
Well, I think maybe it's not only, maybe it's I got.
Well, I did. I got.
You profited.
Yeah, I profited by 8 cents.
Okay.
Now I was trying to get bigger profit, but these started coming down, and then I had to get ready for the show. So I missed this extra triangle here, this double triangle. I wish I got that double triangle, but by then I was doing the show.
Okay, so had you gotten that double triangle, how much would you have profited versus what you did profit?
Yeah, I don't know. See, you keep asking me that, but
am I getting on your nerves?
No. But the way that I think about stocks is different now that I'm involved in stocks.
Ooh.
And so now that I'm involved in stocks, I'm just buying like shares and what have you. So I don't know how much I made until after I'm finished. Like after I'm finished, that's when I found out I made 8 cents. I had to go and look and see how much did I make. But otherwise, I would have known, because I'm thinking about the expanse, because all I've got to do is if I bought in 200 stocks, 200 shares, right? I would have had I would have had 16 cents. Just double up. So if I had 300 shares, right?
Yes.
I would have had whatever 8 times 3 is. 24 cents. Okay. And it would have been bigger and bigger and bigger as I made my
purchase.
My purchase. Yeah.
So that's interesting because, first of all, I'll be honest. I don't know what you just showed. It was like Mandarin to me, and but what I do know is that the more we invest in a theme. So that's education, that's investing in learning something that interests you. We both have an interest, different levels of interest in stocks, penny stocks, building wealth through digital products. One of the things that we did just this week, I thought it was last week. One of the things that we did, and we do some form of learning every single day. Tuesday, we took an hour and a half free webinar that is hosted by FINRA. I forget what that stands for. It's the library in New York City. They facilitate.
But it's available to anyone.
It's available, to everyone. Mm-hmm. And it was Stocks 101. The good thing is that Sekou didn't find that he really needed it. He was like, yeah, I know this. And I found that I really needed it. I learned a lot more. And it was nice to have a slight working understanding of what the instructor was instructing on. Certain things like drip. I was like, oh, I know what that means. And
yeah.
That felt good because, repetition is the mother of all. How does that go? Repetition is the mother of all. Where's Rep Melissa? Where's Rep Melissa when we need her? Repetition. So basically, the more you do, the more you'll retain.
Okay. And let me just jump in on this, on the class, because there were some parts that, well, first of all, the acronyms are cool. Acronyms cool. Like DRIP is a cool acronym. Yeah. FANG is a cool acronym. They got some good acronyms in the field. So there's that.
Yes.
But also, I found some things that I needed to tighten up on. Like he will say something, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, I got to remember that, and to say these things in the right way, this is this.
The right order.
The right order. The right.
Oh, that's so cute. It's so cute when you do that. So we were just talking about this at Trader Joe's. Can I share that? Okay. Or will I throw you off?
Go ahead. I'm off anyway.
We were just at Trader Joe's, which is our favorite. Like, Trader Joe's is everything to us. Let me tell you. There's a brother who works at Trader Joe's that Sekou knew prior to the stroke, and I'm just getting to know him. And you can tell, like, he really gets excited when we come in, and we always go to his line. And listen, we literally stand in line after he's bagged our groceries for a good 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, we gotta go.
Chilling. Right.
And what was interesting, because sometimes you don't fully see the commonalities that you have with just about everyone. Mm-hmm. You have something in common with just about everyone, regardless of their ethnicity, their culture, their belief, their country, their age, their race. I don't even like to use that word race because that doesn't exist. He's African. He's been in this country for a long time. He still has a really thick, beautiful African accent. We were talking about Sekou isn't at the stage yet to where he's writing again. He's an author. What he is at, the stage he is at, the stage you are at, is he was before the stroke an inspirational speaker. However, now, like, he's been tasked and he knows that is his purpose. And so now that is his full focus. He was sharing with the brother that that's how he writes, is in the form of speeches. He asked, what do you write about? Sekou said, this, me, what has happened? And I interjected, I said, because it's the unknown. He's now in the world of the unknown. This brother could relate to that because when he moved to this country, he was taught to go look for a job in a restaurant on Broadway. He would go in and he would ask the person. The only thing he knew how to say was, do you hire? And I thought it was so cute.
It's so dope.
Right? And so the person, the hiring person, spoke really normal English, but it sounded fast to him because it's a new language.
Like gobbledygook.
Right.
Gobbledygook.
And so he would look at the person like,
Okay, we take out the previous. Well, I guess just start talking.
Okay. So, we're double. We're frozen on the other screen, but that's okay. One monkey doesn't stop a show, right?
That's right. There we go.
Okay. And so the
So
first
those
word,
of you that missed it, B King was telling a story from our friend at the grocery store at Trader Joe's this morning. And he told me a story that I'd never learned before. I'd never learned it. That he said he was coming here and he knew this fluent in French, right?
Yes,
fluent in
he's
French.
fluent in French.
And he was trying to say things in English. He was trying to say, you have job.
Are you hiring?
Are you hiring?
And it came out, do you hire? Something like that.
Yeah.
Do you hire?
And then what he got back was like, it was like, what? And he said, never mind. And then that shut everything down.
And that was the first word, the first English word that he learned and got accustomed to using, because he used it a lot because people couldn't understand him, but also he couldn't understand English speaking people. And I said to him, I said, see, that's what you and Sekou had in common. You're beyond that because you've been in the country for a while. I said, but imagine Sekou knows exactly what he's saying.
Yes.
And it doesn't come out that way.
Yes. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to have it right here and trying to get from here to here. Yes. It just won't go. It's like, and then to be so effervescent. Yeah.
Because you used to be effervescent. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. When I used to be. When I look at my previous videos, I'm like, wow, I had it all. And I didn't realize I had it all. That's an important thing.
Yeah.
I did not realize I had it all.
To not take it for granted. Yes. What I was sharing with this brother is that what Sekou talks about in his speeches is how do you navigate, and I'm paraphrasing, but how do you navigate the unknown? Because at some point in all of our lives, we will venture into the unknown. And that unknown is moving to another country, not knowing the language, not being able to communicate. That's unknown. And this brother went deep. Like, we're in Trader Joe's, and what he said blew my mind. He said, and Sekou afterwards, Sekou was like, what were y'all talking about?
Yeah, I was sitting right there listening. But see, that's nothing that happened because of the
You got it.
Aguria.
Keep going.
Aphasia. Other things that happen because of the aphasia is accents. Accents. I don't understand accents anymore. I mean, I used to love accents. I was an international studies student, my high school career and my college career, international studies. Like, I was into accents.
Yeah. And
now I get hit with accent. I'm like, all right, I think I got one word out of that.
It's so cute. It's cute to me because I've been able to find the lightness in it. And that's how I handle it. Because if I don't, I'll be frustrated. I'll be angry. I'll be disappointed. All of the things. But for me, I'm like, this is a whole new experience. I get to learn a different side of Sekou, this very innocent, sweet side. He's so innocent and sweet and patient. And I know you're not supposed to compare your current to your former. You're not supposed to. Sometimes I do, because he's so patient with me in areas and ways that other people haven't been. I'm like, man, he's so. And I find myself rushing, and then I'm able to relax because I'm like, no, he's not that way. You don't have to be that way anymore, because you have someone who gets you. That's right. So the brother said, oh, it was so beautiful. Oh, yeah. When it came to the unknown.
This was good. Now, mind you, I've known him for years.
For years. He said, imagine being a very successful Jewish doctor. And you get up in the morning, you get dressed, because your normal schedule is to go to work. Instead of making it to work, you've been captured. And he didn't say Nazis, but I know, because I know the story, he was talking about the Holocaust. He did say Holocaust. He said, and now you are wearing stripes, you have been labeled, and you are now being marched into an oven. He said, imagine the unknown of that. Imagine being confused, like, what? Wait a minute. I'm an educated, successful, wealthy doctor. I serve people. I help people get better. And now I've been captured. Like, what just happened? And then I said, imagine our ancestors going out into the field, and before you know it, you've been stolen from your own country, from everything that you know to be real and true. You've been stolen by people who don't look like you, who don't speak your language, and so now you have no idea what they're saying. You've been placed on a ship. You probably have never seen a ship. And then he started explaining how the people, our ancestors who were stolen, firstly sold by the emperor and then stolen from their own country, how they lived inland. And so they hadn't, they weren't exposed to the waters, and they had never seen a ship. So that's the unknown. And I said, everyone on some level is experiencing an unknown. Your first day on a job, you don't know how to be a barista, right? You don't know how to be an insurance agent, but you get to navigate the unknown in the midst of it. And that's what Sekou is experiencing every day, all day. Every day, all day. And I'm sure many people out there who are listening to the show are experiencing that. And it was such a beautiful exchange between two Black men and two men from different countries and different worlds. It was beautiful. And this happened in all of 15 minutes? Yeah. I hope I didn't go.
No, I thought that was interesting. And it answered my question about what you guys were talking about. Because I was still trying to grasp what they were talking about right in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm part of the conversation. And I was like, I didn't catch it.
I love that you don't ask until we've stepped away.
Yeah.
Because the brother was sharing with us. Because for me, I have to really lean in and really focus, because his accent is really, really thick. He said how he would get so frustrated because he felt like Americans thought that he was not intelligent because they couldn't understand him. And he was talking about an artist. He was trying to get an American person to recognize this artist. And he's saying it to us. He said, yes, her name is Dole Potun. And I was like, Potun? He said, yeah, Dole Potun. With this beautiful French accent. And I'm thinking, don't say it. Just go with it. And he said, Dolly Parton. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I said, Dolly Parton. I said, oh.
He was like, oh, man. He was saying it right to him.
Yes.
Right. But to hear the American accent was like, oh, man.
It was so. And I said again, We all have something in common, some experience that has forced us to transition and transform.
Yeah.
For him, something as simple as, okay, in my language, in my country, it is Dolly Poisson. But here, it's Dolly Parton.
Right.
If you speak Mandarin, it's something else. It's still the same, but different.
And I just want to add this in before I forget, that this is why I discovered that writing out word for word what I'm going to say during the speech is so helpful to me, because when I start speaking off the cuff, I will find one of those places where I can't get the words from here out. I can't get the words from here out. So what I've done is write out all the words. And then when I'm up here, what's that word?
Facial?
No, excuse me. I'm ad-libbing. I'm ad-libbing up here. And I'm like, okay, I need to get back to the text now, someplace safe. And so that's why. And I've never done that before. When I was doing speeches before, I'd be like, I'll be fine. I'll do some bullet points, I'll be fine. No, I need the words. I need the words. All the words written out.
I love how you've been able to pivot, though. Because at some point, and I know I say this a lot, but it's the truth, at some point we all get to pivot. Yeah. And it's not at a certain age. It's really a certain stage of life. You get to pivot. And maybe your pivot is because you figured out an easier way to do something. Maybe your pivot is because you were forced to do it a different way, a way that's going to work for the new you. Yeah.
Ashe. And so, so I was talking to him about anybody who needs a speaking engagement. Needs a speaker. And that's how we got on this subject of these things about how what was it going to say?
How we got on the subject of how
we get to pivot.
Yeah. That's okay. Take your time. And I think also, because I don't know what it's like I have moments, we all have moments where you're thinking about an event, a movie, a play, and you're like, oh. So I know what that's like, but I don't know what it's like for Sekou every day to search for the word or the phrase, to have it, and it's coming out, and it's like you do.
Yes, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
But I've got to keep going. I've got to keep giving these speeches, because if I give a speech, I'm giving hope to someone out there. Mm-hmm. I got this thank you note yesterday for you guys see it. This thank you note, it moved me. It made me cry. It did. It's a thank you note for my speech to them. And I was like, oh man, that made me want to go and give more speeches.
Yes.
It made me want to go and give more speeches.
You must. I mean, you've been, look who's, let me tell you something about this dude. This dude is up all night. That's why he's asleep now. He's up all night, walking on us, licking us, sneezing on us. Like, this is a real one, because someone else, if the cat is sneezing and snot is projecting, I know, I'm sorry. It's just, it's real. It happens. Cats get colds. He has an upper respiratory situation, and he sneezes, and so I'm constantly running. And most of the time I catch it. It's like, I feel like a mom. And Sekou's like, wow, I can't believe you did that. But he doesn't get grossed out by it. I'm used to it. But the dude is asleep now because he's been up all night.
All right, so that's
Hi, Ann. Good morning.
That's our time. I'm going to highlight a few more things that Ann said. Yeah, you can't imagine. Yeah. And thank you. I must keep going.
Because I see the expression with people when we're out and about, like at a grocery store or a doctor appointment, and they're being impatient. And I'm on guard. I'm ready. I'm ready to give it to them. I'm ready to give it to them. And I said, you know what, King?
Yeah.
You will not.
Yeah.
You will be patient, and you'll be patient with people. But I'm telling you, it's like right here, I'm ready to give it to them, like, hey. And then I I'm like.
And by the way, yesterday I took off my medical bracelet. I took off my medical bracelet, and that was my safety. I've used it so many times. I pointed to my medical bracelet and had that calm everything down. Now I'm going out here without this medical bracelet on, and so it's harder for me.
Don't worry.
But he's got my back. All right, folks. I'll see you later. Remember that now
is better
than
perfect.
Oh, wait.
People just make some stuff up.
Now
is better
than perfect.
Or everything.
Or everything.
Hello.
Ashe.
Ashe, y'all.